Hello all you beautiful people, it's your boy Wardy and we're back out with the latest video topic regarding the New York Metropolitans. This time, a report that came out over the past week connecting the Mets to yet another stud MPB pitcher expected to be posted and hit the MLB as soon as next season. So beginning this offseason, a team will likely sign him, and that is not Yoshinobu Yamamoto that we did a separate video on a couple weeks ago, the young stud in his own right that we did a video on. Make sure to check it out, links down below as always folks. If the Mets can land Yamamoto, I will be beyond ecstatic, and the minds of many Mets fans will probably feel the same. But this time we're talking about veteran southpaw, the age of 30, that being Shōta Imanaga. Who is Shōta Imanaga? What is his current connection to the Mets and other teams? What is his arsenal? What could he provide to the club? What type of market are we looking at overall for him this offseason? And so much more is what we're about to deep dive. Before we get further into the show, I have to let you all know about today's video sponsor, that being Aura. Because if you're like me, you are constantly tired of receiving spam phone calls to the point where you don't even want to answer your phone. Literally, so many times I've had spam callers call to the point where if there's a number that I see calling me and I don't know them, I don't want to answer because I automatically think it's some type of spam. And this is where Aura comes into play, because data brokers, as many of you know too, are making a fortune selling your information to robocallers, spammers, and others who want to learn more about you, like where you live, for example. And Aura, what separates them from the rest here is they can identify data brokers exposing your information and submit opt-out requests on your behalf. Brokers are legally required to remove your info if you ask them to, but they make it super hard to do so. Let Aura handle it for you without a problem. Aura also offers so much more to protect you and your family from online threats you can't see. It's really easy to set up as well, so you don't have to download several different apps to get things like parental controls, antivirus, VPN, password management, identity theft insurance, and more. You can get everything at one affordable price. So again, let Aura do the hard work for you of keeping yourself safe online so you can focus on other tasks with peace of mind. You can either let people continue to exploit and profit off your private information, or you could do the smart route and go to aura.com/WardyNYM, and that way you get yourself a 2-week free trial, also linked down below in the description. And once more, shout out to Aura for being the sponsor of today's video. For those that are unaware, these reports stem back right around a week ago at the time of recording this. Initially from John Morosi of MLB coming out and saying that yes, Shōta Imanaga is going to be posted this offseason, a highly desirable southpaw looking to crack the bigs for the first time in his professional career, to then Michael Mayer, who does a phenomenal job covering the Mets through Mets Memorized blog. Shout out to you, Michael. You know who you are. On saying that yes, the Mets have already scouted Shōta. So who exactly is Shōta Imanaga? I want to know your initial reactions down below in the comments, because my initial reaction to this is, sign me up. Give me every Japanese pitcher and their mother, their father, their sister, their brother. I don't care. I know it's one example, but Kodai Senga's brilliance in his rookie year, borderline really a Cy Young type caliber pitcher in his first year in the bigs, has to have you excited on the future with the Mets and, you know, handling Japanese players coming over. You know, this is a Mets team that hasn't had a resounding amount of success when it comes to Japanese players coming from the MPB over here, especially to Queens. A lot of these guys usually like to be out west, so that for the Mets to land Senga, for Senga to have the type of impact, the immediate dominant impact that he has had, has been nothing short of an absolute blessing. Now you're telling me the Mets have been connected with Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who is an absolute phenom in the MPB, and another really, really solid pitcher here now in Shōta Imanaga. Now, Shōta Imanaga, again, for those that don't know, veteran southpaw, has been in the MPB since the 2016 season. Really, really solid numbers overall, as you can see here from his 2023 season right now, and overall his career statistics from 2023 right now, we're looking at a 2.71 ERA with a total of 163 strikeouts a season, a 7.3 win-loss record, and around 20 starts. And for his career, just over a 3 ERA. Sign me up every single day of the week. What does he have? He has a fastball, he has a slider, he has a changeup, he has a curveball, he has that nice 4-pitch mix arsenal. Is exactly what you're looking for. Not too much, not too less, you know, just about right. We're talking about the Bears and the porridge and all that nonsense. But getting back into this discussion here, Shōta Imanaga is someone who isn't going to be posted. As we know, this is, if my memory serves me correct, the third, if not fourth, MPB pitcher the Mets have been connected to since Steve Cohen became owner. First guy was Tomoyuki Sugano for the OGs on the channel that remember him. Secondly, I want to say it was Kodai Senga, and then, you know, I talked a lot about Shintaro Fujinami, but I don't know how much of a connection the Mets actually had with him off the top of my head. And now we, of course, have Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Shōta Imanaga. Now, Imanaga is a guy that, should he say land with the Mets, he is someone that is not going to be demanding the type of contract that Yoshinobu Yamamoto is going to get, because Yoshinobu is a young phenom, 24, 25 years of age now. He's going to be looking for a long-term deal, easily over $150 million, most likely. We're looking at a shorter-term deal here with someone like Imanaga, probably, if I had to guess, in that 3 to 5 year range, more realistic, more Kodai Senga-esque, but could even be at a cheaper price. It'll be interesting to see what his market exactly is this offseason. A lot of teams have interest in Imanaga. We've seen at least half the league scout and view him in his latest start and latest starts throughout the year. Now, the Mets, of course, have done their scouting of right. They've seen him, especially during his time winning gold with Team Japan in the WBC. He started that championship finale against Team USA, if I'm not mistaken, too. So you bring in Shōta Imanaga. What does he bring to this Mets rotation right away? Should they land him? They land a southpaw that is good, first and foremost. Yes, you have Blake Snell, this free agency, that will be looking for a long-term deal, high AV, deservedly so. Yes, you have Julio Urias, which I will be a little surprised if he even pitches again in Major League Baseball, given his current situation. If you know, you know. So it's very top-heavy in the free agent market this year with southpaws and what you can get. And Imanaga is a really, really interesting factor to bring into this, because you don't know exactly what you're going to get at the MLB level. The same way we didn't know for certain with Kodai Senga, but Senga's brilliance became evident pretty quick, aside from his walk rate at times being an issue. But again, his stuff is still so filthy. He gets a really nice swing to miss rate, that being in the southpaw here in Shōta Imanaga, and he's someone that if you can land for this rotation, it can't hurt. You know, this is a Mets team that, when you look at the current status of the rotation, right, you have Kodai Senga, you have Jose Quintana, assuming that they don't deal him this offseason, which they very well could if they want to see get more prospect capital, get a little bit younger, but still upgrade their rotation one way. As much as I like Quintana, I wouldn't be shocked if they deal him, because he'll be a rental for the upcoming season. I mean, you don't have much certainties after that, however, for this rotation, and Imanaga coming in can add not only more stability with, you know, having comfortability with someone like Kodai Senga right away, but you have to give credit where credit's due to Billy Epler. I know a lot of people love to discredit Billy Epler. They love to talk down on him, but there's one thing that Billy Epler is so good at. It's actually scouting. It's looking for the right players overseas. It's not only that, it's scouting when it comes to the draft. It's scouting when it comes to trades and landing young talent. So he has that experience in the MPB. He's been doing it for years. That's why he landed Shohei Ohtani with the Angels. That's why he landed Kodai Senga last year with the Mets. And that's why he very well likely is going to land one of, if not both of, Imanaga and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. I feel pretty confident the Mets are going to land one of them, hopefully, this offseason. Just a matter of who exactly is that going to be. And now with David Stearns in the helm as the top guy, the head honcho, David Stearns, for those that don't know, loves to build around pitching, a strong rotation, a strong bullpen. So rest assured, the Mets front office is going to be looking to do exactly that already as soon as this offseason begins. And Shōta Imanaga would bring an interesting element into the fold as a middle to back end of the rotation starter, with potential upside of even higher than that, depending on how he develops, how his control looks, how the swing to miss rate looks, all that kind of stuff, his barrel ability. I'm really, really interested to see what the future of someone like him holds, because again, he has a very desirable market right now. It's not Yamamoto level by any stretch, but he is going to have plenty of suitors this offseason. Will the Mets be able to do enough this time? Will they have enough interest more than anything? That is pretty much the biggest question mark I have in the Mets potentially landing someone like him. The Mets have this belief that they're going to be very competitive next year, right? But they're really focused on not only next year, but 2025 and beyond. Already at the age of 30, are the Mets in a position where they want to shell out, say, north of a 5-year deal, if not a little bit less, for an Imanaga, in which, yes, he's an uncertainty, one, but two, you don't know exactly what the status of your 2024 club is going to be. How appealing is that for not only for Shōta, but for the Mets? Is that the type of decision that they want to make? That's why this offseason, David Stearns and the moves he makes is going to be so pivotal to figuring out how 2024 and beyond is going to be, and surely addressing that rotation and bullpen will be that biggest focus that we emphasize and we are laser locked and focused on this offseason, how it all unfolds. So Mets fans, baseball fans, whoever you're a fan of, I want to know your initial reactions in the comments down below. How do you feel about the Mets potentially landing veteran southpaw, that being Shōta Imanaga? Would you like to see them land him to add another Japanese stud to this rotation? How many Japanese pitchers do you think are going to be in this Mets rotation? By the start of the 2024 regular season? Will it be 1? Will it be 2? Will it be 3? Will it be the whole darn thing somehow? Shohei Ohtani, even though I know he has his injuries, of course. Whatever your thoughts are, drop them down below. Thank you all so much for the continued support. I hope you guys enjoyed this latest report that, yes, the Mets are connected to yet another stud from the MPB. Will they land him and have the same luck that they did with Kodai Senga, or will they fall short, or will they maybe just not prioritize the guy the way that they have with Senga, and what they likely will do with Yamamoto, who is easily the biggest name of MPB players to follow and look for this offseason. Really, really interested, again, to see how this is all going to unfold. I'm excited to share these initial reactions and analysis with all you amazing Mets and baseball fans all offseason long, as we have you covered with every news, every type of topic, every report, every rumor, you name it, we're covering it here on WardyNYM. So thank you again, guys, and as always, let's go Mets, baby. Peace out.